Right, fighter jet time. F-18 Super Hornet, the new Microsoft gizmo. It's fun to fly. Some things about it aren't quite as amazing as I'd expect, but oh well, it'll do. So I'm just going to run through a very quick jet startup. So we've got both generators on, battery on, that brings everything to life. And then we go over to the left and we have APU. We turn that on. Parking brake is set. There's an emergency brake which is to the right, which is this one. This is the parking brake, and that can basically be set in and out. That's off, that's on. So you see that there. Anti-skid I'm going to put on. Landing light on. APU is ready. That has to be ready after 30 seconds, so that's good. Now we can crank right engine. And here I'm going to put menu and engine. So you've got the engine display here on the right. When N2 reaches 10%, we crack the throttle open slightly. And we wait for the oil pressure to reach 10 psi within 30 seconds. Otherwise the plane doesn't fly. I'm going to put some fuel in actually, because this thing guzzles. Here we go. So our 10 psi is, there we go, and we're just going to keep checking that. As soon as that flicks back to off, then we can start the other engine up. So there comes the engine. We're looking at that nozzle. There we go, that's off now, so I'm going to start the other engine. We're looking for around about 290, 300 oil exhaust gas temperature. Oil pressure should settle at about 61, so that's there, okay. So I know N2 is going to settle at 61, that's the one. 60.8 it is currently. On this side, I think I'm going to put up an HSI. No, that doesn't really help us. Let's do a HUD. No, I said HSI, didn't I? Still supportive HUD. HSI thing. Right, okay. Now I'm wondering. I have no idea how all this stuff works. Okay, that's both engines started by the looks of it. So now we set flaps to half, landing lights on. Then we can have a look in here and turn off. Flood lighting. Light test there, that works. Cool. Okay, everything's on, we can turn off the APU, that's already done. We don't need the map light really, do we? Shut the light off. Right, okay, cool. So release the parking brake and start taxiing slowly. There we go. TAA flickers have stopped, which is good. So I think first we'll do a departure sort of southwest, take it to Mach 1, and then drop it into a bit of low flying around Betzicoid. The usual places. And there's one thing about landing that's really annoying about this, is if you don't land it with the wings perfectly level, it has a habit of dropping its entire wing into the dirt. So just so that you're aware, that is something I think I'm going to maybe bring up in the forum, that they fix it, because it's obviously not what really happens if you land with a slight tilt. You're not going to throw the entire plane into the dirt, really. Okay. Yeah, well, this is inoperable. Just going to taxi to the south-facing runway. 1910, the other one. What kind of westy facing? We've got a wind of 230 degrees, I think. Actually, maybe this way would have been better. Meta. Fall Valley. 230.15. Which would be from here 80 degrees from the right. So it really doesn't make a difference which one we take. Let's close that there. Let's set the altitude there properly. Do a quick pause before takeoff. Menu. Oh, come on. The ADI. I don't know what that means, but it's useful. Okay. Now, one thing that is worth noting is the afterburner is set on a separate key, so normally it would just be put the throttle all the way forwards. But yeah, that hasn't happened. So you have to assign a key to afterburner, and then it should work. I've got mine set to be U, so if I press the U key, then I get my afterburner power. Okay, so ready to go, so I'm going to engage full throttle. And now the afterburner. By pressing U. 70 knots, 80 knots, 100, 120, lifting up. Just going to hold it off at about 50 feet, 100 feet. Gear up. There we go, the gear's up now, we've got the Mac displayed. Let's just bring it up to about 15,000 feet. Oh, there we are, 20,000 feet already. There we go. No, now I'm at 10,000 feet. We've got a 9,000 feet per minute rate of climb. There we go. It's quite impressive, to be fair. So I'm just going to sort of bring it down a bit so that we can just accelerate to Mach 1, and then we'll go and find Abu Dhabi in the left loop, Mach loop. So 0.88, something really cool happens at Mach 1 with this, and I do really enjoy it. The sound of the aircraft gets left behind. So we're at 0.98 now, so I'll just show you what happens here. There we go, we've just hit Mach 1. See how quiet that went all of a sudden. That's Mach 1. And if we go behind the aircraft during Mach 1, or above, we get this really cool thing. We hear the engines and the sonic. In front, no sound anymore, because the sound is over here somewhere. We're going faster than the sound, which is really cool. But the aircraft does become a bit more sluggish at higher speeds, so above about 450 knots, you're not going to get as much manoeuvrability out of it, so we kind of want to slow down maybe. And by slowing down, we disengage our autopilot. That's Holyhead Mountain there. So we're just going to go down now. We're going to go and find some mountains to go and play around in. So, I'm just thinking, am I going to go all the way around the Mach loop, or is it going to be more fun if I just go up to the two main valleys of Snowdon? Just whatever. What I'll do, I'll go and find Blaenau-Festiniog, and then from there, we'll go a bit fly around. So I'll just pop up the VFR map. VFR map, right, so we're wanting to find, basically, this lake here. This is Egg Odd. This is Snowdonia's sort of flight school. This lake here is Flint Trasford, I think. Trasford. No, it's not 1,000 that. But that is the sort of lake that has Blaenau-Festiniog at the top. So we're gonna go left now, heading 090. I imagine this lake is at the end of this estuary. So this is Port Madoc, and over there we're going to have the town of Tremadog, where there's some pretty good climbing crags actually over there. I don't know if you can actually see them, probably not. Or maybe it's here, these are the climbing cliffs. Port Marion's there, that's the very small little Italian style village that happens to be part of Snowdonia. Okay, so now we're coming in over this lake now that you can see ahead, and then Blaenau-Festiniog should be off to the right somewhere here. Yeah, okay, so we're going to go for 420 knots roughly. You can do probably a split S to get into this. So not quite a split S, but sort of a manoeuvre, so to speak. Roll it, pull, roll it. Now we're at low altitude. Heading towards what hopefully will be the old slate mines. Slate quarries really on. 430 feels awfully slow. We'll have to go close to the ground. But we've still got a built-up area here, so we'll be well behaved first. Well, this is the kind of thing I wish I would be doing right now, real life. Alright, so there we've got the slate mines. We're just coming in over the rugby field there. That's the rugby field. Coming over the pass. That's the visitor centre there. There's the pass down into Blaenau-Festiniog. This pass now leads to Penmachno and Bettysequoin, which are the two sort of... Penmachno is a forest where they love to do a bit of rally, which is fantastic fun. I'll show you where that is when we get there. And then we've also got the LZ forest, which is on the left with a little lake on it, so I might just pull up out of low flying mode. So, don't like Top Gun, I guess. There we go, there's Elsie Lake. That one there. Penmachno is directly ahead here. You can just about see the sort of gravel tracks there carving up the mountain. That's the stage car park, and then the actual stage happens on the top. Pull it around, base into Bettysequoin. That's now Bettysequoin, so we're going to pull into this valley here. This is now the A5 pass. We're coming up now to Capel so I am going to go left into Snowdon Valley. So there's Capel down there, that's the Bolshamod Cafe, a lovely place for a fry-up after a bit of mountain hiking. We're going to go towards Snowdon now. So this is now the little lake, we've got the mountain training centre somewhere in there. This is a fantastic piece of road to drive on, leading up to Llanberis and the Penny Pass. So Penny Pass is up on the right, up this little road here, and we're going to give Snowdon a quick hello. So the road now goes around to the right there. We're going to follow the pig miner's track. Aim for the summit. Kind of getting rid of the whole point of the low altitude flying bit here. This is fine. I mean, it's low to the ground, but once we get, so we're going to do an overbank turn over the top here. All the tourists will be going up there. So we'll come down into this valley here. This will be Llyn Padan and Llanberis ahead of us now. And that's the train track underneath the nose there. That's the tourist train up to Snowdon. These are the old slate mines, slate quarries at Dinnerwick. There's a hydroelectric power station somewhere in there as well. I'm going to pull a hard right and go through Ogwen. So we're just going to have to sort of glide our way around here. And then once we're in the valley, we'll do it backwards down Ogwen. There we go. Some more slate mines. Bangor on the left, Bangor. Slate mine and quarry pull through Bethesda. This is not Bethesda, and we're in the valley here. Some low flying now. So this is now the Ogwen Valley. Ahead of us we have the slabs, Ogwen slabs. Idwell slabs, I mean. And then on the left is Penir Ogwen. Igan up there on the right. Way too much forest, but this is Flight Simulator, what you expect. So there's the slabs. Pull a hard right now. Past Triven. We'll do a loop over. Go Triven. Pull over the top here through Carnet, Llewellyn. Or David, I'm not sure which one it is. I wonder if you can see the wreckage. There's an old World War II bomber somewhere underneath here. And this lake here. I wonder if that shows up on satellite. Not sure. Anyway. That's enough of that. So let's go back to hopefully make a fair landing at Valley. Get any nav data up for. Let's just quickly see if I can get Navigraph working. This annoys me, I have to do this every single time, but the aircraft is trimmed, so I should just open up a browser window, sign in. Okay. Yeah, this should work now. Okay, and that's not where I'm going actually. Let's do world map. We're somewhere over here now. This is Valley. We know the EG of valleys. 01, 13, 19 and 31. So we want to take probably 31, which is the north facing runway. Currently over Anglesina. But the valley is going to be somewhere over on the right, so just get that way a bit now. Let's try a straight in approach. So I'm going to aim for these sandbanks here on the straight ahead thing and start reducing the speed, because we need to lose a fair bit of speed to land this plane. Before takeoff, check there's RAF Mona on the right there, so that's a good sort of sign that we're in the right place. The wind was 230, so I'm going to make a runway 31 approach. It's still 80 degrees off, but it's not 90 degrees, so it's not a direct crosswind. So the wind will be coming quite heavily from the left as we land. I believe it was around 11 knots. Let me just quickly check that. Meta, takeoff 230.15, okay, 15 knot crosswind. So this plane does not like crosswinds, as I think I might have said. It loves to just drop its entire wing into the dirt when you try a crosswind landing. So I could see the airbase there on the right hand side. I'm not sure about a runway yet, but I'm sure we could improvise a runway. Okay, there's a runway. So just going to keep it at around 1500. There we go, bang on the money. So we just want a 3-degree glide path now. Put the gear down. Put in 2 layers of flaps. There's the runway. At this point, put in the speed brake as well, because it means you actually can control the speed a bit better. The throttle alone kind of sometimes does, sometimes doesn't. So there's the runway. Trimming the aircraft. So we want probably about 130 knots approach speed. So we've got gear down. You see, and it wants to do it, it just wants to go to the right. And I say no. Brake. Okay. We can vacate onto our main ramp there. Lovely.